Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Cowboys news: pieces are in place for Mike Zimmer's defense to hit the ground running. The Cowboys want to change how they play at linebacker under Mike Zimmer, and have a promising second-year player in Overshown to help do that. The third-round pick in 2023 entered the NFL as a 220-pounder. He is heavier now, adding 12 to 13 pounds of lean mass, and has a goal of opening the season at 233 or 234 pounds. I feel so much more powerful. I'm so much stronger. I feel like I have gotten faster, Overshown said. I feel and look like a linebacker now. I can finally stop answering the question, are you a safety or linebacker? I'm a linebacker that played safety. Don't get it twisted. I got my frame and I'm ready to get out there. People ain't seen me this big. They seen a little demo. They haven't seen the big demo. People are going to be scared of this demo. Overshown is playing weak side linebacker in the new defense under coordinator Mike Zimmer, with free agent signee Eric Kendricks in the middle and Damone Clark at strong side linebacker. With Overshown's return, and Kendricks signing, linebacker is the one position where the Cowboys have upgraded this offseason. I feel like all of our linebackers can be all-pros and pro bowlers, Overshown said. One thing I know is that run is not going to be a problem. Being around Zimmer, he loves coaching ball and we are constantly learning. One thing that I really respect about Coach is he's teaching us the ins and outs of his defense. He is going to let you know what you are not doing right and he is going to show you. I know our defense is going to be a lot better this year. Reuniting Eric Kendricks with Zimmer was the first notable thing Dallas did in free agency this offseason. While he is the new guy in the building to most, it's not a foreign experience to Kendricks. After 8 seasons in Minnesota, 7 of which alongside Zimmer, Kendricks spent the 2023 season with the Los Angeles Chargers. That experience, he says, has him prepared for this one. It's been good, Kendricks said of his new environment. A lot of new faces. I'm the new guy. I did it last year, so I'm familiar with it a little bit. Everyone has been welcoming. The locker room is great. The beginning of OTAs last week allowed Kendricks to finally put the helmet on and begin the install phases of what Zimmer's defense will look like in 2024. While most of it is Kendricks recalling his former days with Zimmer, new iterations keep him eager to learn like the rest of his defensive teammates. Obviously, I have a lot of experience with it, he said. We're doing things a little bit differently. We've added some new things. I'm still learning. I'm still trying to check my ego. I don't know all the answers. While that may be mostly true, there won't be a player on the field in 2024 that will be more important to the system's success than Kendricks. His experience making the calls for previous iterations of Zimmer's defense has allowed him to know exactly what works in certain situations, and what doesn't work. In his eyes, the personnel in place in Dallas has the ingredients for a recipe of success under Zimmer. I know the strengths and weaknesses of this defense, he said. I know what it's capable of. There are a lot of guys on this team that haven't played in this defense, and they don't know it yet, but it suits them very well. I can't wait to see it. Ex-Eagles player Jason Kelce makes promise to Cowboys ahead of 2024 season. Earlier this offseason, Jason Kelce retired from the NFL and turned his full attention to the burgeoning media career he kick-started during the final years of his career. In his biggest move since retiring, Kelce joined ESPN's Monday Night Football pregame show. This news led some fans, and even Kelce's brother Travis, to question if Jason could remain unbiased, particularly in regards to the rivals of Kelce's longtime team, the Philadelphia Eagles, including but not limited to the Dallas Cowboys. Kelce spent his entire 13-year NFL career with the Eagles after being drafted by the organization in the 6th round of the 2011 draft. As NFC East rivals, Kelsey's Eagles and the Cowboys squared off many times over those 13 seasons, so it's a natural question to ask if Kelsey, in his new role on Monday Night Countdown, would be able to set aside his distaste for Dallas on national television. "Oh, I have no bias," Kelsey said on his and Travis New Heights podcast, hat tip awful announcing Sam Newman. "I just don't like them. But I'm gonna give them their props. There's a rivalry, but the reality is, even though I hate the Cowboys fan base, I can set aside my differences as a player and the competition." Jason even poked fun at an interaction he had at a charity golf event in which he met a young Cowboys fan. "I was at a charity golf outing, and there was a kid, and he was like, 'Hey, I'm a Cowboys fan.' I was like, 'Oh, are you from Dallas?' And he said, 'No, I'm from Philadelphia.' 'Are you a Lakers and a Yankees fan, too?' Like, what are we doing? We're just picking whatever team we want, that's where we're at." Kelsey recounted before Travis interjected and reminded his older brother that Jason became a Pittsburgh Steelers fan when their hometown Cleveland Browns left for Baltimore in the 1990s. While the Philadelphia Eagles fielded many different players, employed several different head coaches, and tried to find the perfect fit at the quarterback position over the years, Jason Kelsey remained. The All-Pro center was remarkably durable and reliable, playing 193 total and 156 consecutive games for the Eagles. His string of 150-plus consecutive starts from 2014 to 2023 is a franchise record. While Kelsey will still have millions of eyes on him every week, now, it's not about how Kelsey fares in the trenches, it's about whether he can entertain and inform Monday Night Football audiences. And remaining unbiased or at least not letting his personal feelings get in the way of honest analysis will be key to Kelsey's success on ESPN. Proposed trade would send Cowboys a chain mover starting RB on bargain. The Dallas Cowboys' current running back group is not exactly striking fear in the hearts of the other NFC East teams. There is still time for the Cowboys to make a move, but the free agent options are limited. Bleacher Report's Gary Davenport revisited the idea of the Pittsburgh Steelers trading running back Najee Harris to the Cowboys. The analyst believes Dallas could be able to pry Harris away for a 2025 conditional draft pick. On one hand, running back Najee Harris has been a consistent performer for the Steelers, eclipsing 1,000 yards on the ground in all three of his professional seasons, Davenport wrote in a May 21, 2024 article titled, 8 Post-Draft NFL Trades That Make Too Much Sense to Actually Happen. On the other, he hasn't lived up to his status as a first-round pick, averaging a pedestrian 3.9 yards per carry for his career. The Steelers have another running back on the roster who has been consistently more explosive than Harris in third-year pro Jaylen Warren, who averaged north of 5 yards a carry last year. Veteran acquisition Cordarrelle Patterson could be used to spell Warren, Davenport added. Harris may not be a game-changer, but he's a durable chain mover. And given the Cowboys' win-now mentality, a conditional pick for Harris, that could escalate based on performance, is a reasonable cost, even if it's just a one-year rental. Harris posted 255 carries for 1,035 yards and 8 touchdowns in 17 games last season. The veteran added 29 catches for 170 receiving yards. This is solid production, and there is a reason to think the Steelers would be reluctant to move Harris for just a conditional pick. Dallas has already attempted to squelch the Harris trade rumors. On these Najee Harris and Cowboys reports, team source tells me clickbait woman shrugging medium light skin tone, NFL Network's Jane Slater detailed in a May 6 message on X. Yet, Pittsburgh declined Harris's fifth-year option, so the Steelers could be inclined to move on from the playmaker. Harris is heading into the final season of a 4-year, $13 million contract. The veteran has a $4.1 million cap hit for the 2024 season. As of now, the Cowboys are taking a running back by committee approach, but it remains to be seen who will lead this group. Ezekiel Elliott could once again be the team's lead back, with Rico Dowdle attempting to win the job. Dallas also has Royce Freeman, Deuce Vaughn, Snoop Connor and Nathaniel Pete all fighting for carries. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Najee Harris? Leave your opinion in the comments.